Thank you for calling Minn Kota and Canon Technical Service.
What's going on, guys, and welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we are going to talk about the saga of the Minn Kota trolling motor and all the stuff we have been through with it. If you guys are new here to the channel, we have been going round and round with this trolling motor for a little while, and as you guys can see right now, it is not on the boat. It is gone. Only thing we got right now is just that quick release plate hanging on right there. But we're about to get into the story of how we got to this point, what Minn Kota's doing about it, and what's next. And we got a bunch of deliveries coming today. We got some little deliveries, we got some big deliveries, we got all kinds of stuff coming to the house today. Some of them y'all know about, some of it's fan mail, some of it is sponsor stuff, some of it's just some stuff I ordered because, hey, I wanted it. But we're gonna wait for those packages to come in. I think we're gonna roll out to Brant's here in just a few minutes to pick up one of them, but I can't wait to bring you guys along. But in the meantime, we're gonna talk about Minn Kota, their service department, and how we're getting the trolling motor fixed this time. Let's go. After the bass video a couple days ago, you guys told me you wanted more one wheel videos, so here we go. We're gonna hop on the one wheel today, and we're gonna roll around and just talk to y'all. We're gonna roll around the neighborhood for a minute and tell y'all the story about the old Minn Kota trolling motor. Now, I do want to start this video by saying the Minn Kota power drive trolling motor was installed over at Scotts Marine in Alberta, Alabama. Now, a couple people thought when I made the I'm selling the Mako video possibly that I was knocking Scotts Marine, and I was not whatsoever. Scotts Marine has been awesome to me from the word go. Their customer service department during the buying process, and of course once we bought the boat, was top notch. I've had no issues with them whatsoever. Scotts did a great job putting the trolling motor on the boat. All the install was done properly, all the wires are good. We've had all of that checked out. The issue is they are not a licensed service department for Minn Kota trolling motor, so I can't take it back to them to get it serviced. So that's the reason we're not going there. To really understand everything that we've been through, whoa, oh my gosh, I almost just fell off the one wheel, guys. We almost fell just now, is almost what just happened right there. To really understand everything that's going on with the trolling motor, you really got to go all the way back to the beginning. About 6 months after I had the trolling motor installed, I took the Mako up to the KY to do bass fishing for a couple weeks. Literally the first day I put it on the water at Lake Shelby, I'm rolling down the middle of Lake Shelby, found a spot that I wanted to fish, took the boat out of gear, dropped the trolling motor, turned it on. As soon as I turned the controller on, the trolling motor just took off zipping down the middle of the lake, literally as fast as it would go. And no matter what I did with the controller, it would not turn off. It was stuck wide open on 10. All the controls would still turn. I could turn the trolling motor left and right and send it forward. But as far as actually turning the trolling motor up and down with power, that wasn't happening. So I unplugged it, immediately got on the phone with Minn Kota. Now here is where the Minn Kota customer service conversation is going to begin. As soon as I called them and told them what was going on, the young lady that was on the phone told me it's probably the board, it's a known issue, we're gonna get it replaced for you. You just need to find a licensed Minn Kota service center, which was not an issue. There was one right across the river there in Indiana. Where the issue arose that time was I was in Kentucky and Indiana with a saltwater trolling motor. Now, as you can imagine, they're not gonna have parts for saltwater trolling motor in Indiana. There ain't no saltwater in Indiana, so why would they have the parts? That's not on them. They're just not. So they had to order a board, which is what he diagnosed the issue as being. They got the board in, put it on. It took about 4 days to get the board in. Once he got it in and put it on, trolling motor still didn't work. Turned out the iPilot head had went out of it. Now, the iPilot head very easily could have burnt out when the board burnt out. There's really no way to know that. So either way, 2 issues right off the bat, and we got it put back on the Mako just in time to fish for, I think, maybe 2 days at the end of our trip up to Kentucky. Got the trolling motor back and everything worked perfectly fine for about the next 6 or 7 months. And then Brant and I were out in the bay one day. I think we were actually fishing the bridge, maybe. I can't remember exactly where we were at. And we heard the trolling motor beep, and it just shut off, went away, was not there. You know, it just said motor not found on the controller. We unplugged it, plugged it back up. When we did that, it kind of did a reset on it. Trolling motor popped back online, no issues. This persisted for about 2 months, maybe 3 months, where we were just dealing with these issues just constantly of the trolling motor dying, and it was definitely getting worse and worse. It was not getting better. The ultimate culmination of that was when I took Daniel and Houston Arms out on the boat with Beach Bum. If you guys remember that trip last year, we were set up by a dock the trolling motor turned off, busted loose, and we were literally flying at the dock because it was like so windy. Daniel had a fish on, ended up losing the fish. It was not a good experience because we could have hit that dock, we could have damaged our dock, we could have damaged the Mako. Luckily, none of that stuff happened. Right after that happened, I took the trolling motor down to Perdido Marine Supply here in Pensacola, or Perdido. I'm not sure which city they're listening in, it doesn't matter. And spoke with Doug. He told me at that time that he felt like the board had gone out of it. It was showing some corrosion issues, which really surprised me. And here's why. I rinsed this trolling motor like religiously. I literally could do nothing more to this other than like take it off and dunk it in a tub or pool of like salt away water. I used salt away on it. I actually bought a pressure washer. Like, I'm blasting this thing with fresh water to make sure I'm getting as much salt water off of it as I possibly can. Doug at that point ended up having the trolling motor for 8 weeks. Now, a lot of people made comments in the comment section like, man, I'd be so ticked off, that's ridiculous, that's crazy. Here's the thing you gotta remember, guys. He was waiting on parts. There was nothing he could do about that. And I assure you, he wanted that trolling motor out of his garage just as much as I wanted it back on the Mako, because he had 50 other ones in there that he was working on at the time. If you can find a good trolling motor mechanic in the heart of summer, those dudes are gonna be slammed. They wanna get them in and out as quickly as possible. Minn Kota has been responsible for everything that has gone on with the trolling motor. I have never paid a penny out of pocket to have this thing fixed. When I got the trolling motor back from Doug, threw it back on the Mako, it worked perfectly ever since until last week. Sarah and I was out last week, or actually I was out all morning. Trolling motor was working fine, had no issues with it whatsoever. Went down to Bayou Chico, picked Sarah up, got on the boat, went over the bridge, was gonna fish the bridge a little bit, dropped the trolling motor in the water, and I noticed I hadn't even turned the power on and the blade was spinning. Obvious red flag for me, because I've been down that road once or twice before. So I raised the trolling motor up and it actually continued to spin while I had the trolling motor in the stowed position. So I knew right then the board had gone out of it again. There was no question in my mind. This was the third time we'd been through this. So I called Doug the next morning. That was on a Sunday when we actually shot that video. I called Doug the very next morning, which was Monday morning. I'm like, Doug, tell me what I need to do to get through to Minn Kota and make this thing be repaired permanently. I don't want to keep dealing with this. Like, I'm done with it. So Doug kind of went over some keywords with me, things to say, that nature, and I called Minn Kota. Got on the phone with a lovely lady named Denise, and I told Denise, I said, I want to start this conversation off by saying, your customer service has been top-notch through this entire process, which was 100% true. It has been. And I went on to tell her, my issue is I'm tired of having to utilize your customer service. And I was pretty frustrated. I'm not the type to call someone and like take it out on them on the phone. And I didn't that day. I was, I always make it a point to be nice to these folks because they're not the ones that's giving you the problem. They're ultimately probably not the ones making decisions on stuff like that. So I'm always as nice as I can be, but I did want to let her know that I was very, very frustrated with the situation and I really wanted to get it remedied this time. She looked at the records and she determined that I was correct. We probably got a lemon trolling motor, which is what many of you have been saying, which is what I've been saying for a little while, which is what I've thought for a little while. And she agreed that it was time that Minn Kota replace the power drive trolling motor, which is exactly what they're doing. That was a couple days ago. I have already gotten a call from Doug. The new trolling motor should be at Perdido Marine Supply today. So we're going to bounce back to the house. We're going to hop in a truck and we're going to roll out to Perdido Marine Supply and we're going to see if we can't end the Minn Kota saga once and for all. Hope you guys enjoyed the ride around the neighborhood here, and we're going to roll back to the house, jump in the truck and head over to Marine Supply and get the trolling motor, hopefully for the last ever repair that we're going to have to deal with. Well, y'all, just got back to the house and one of the delivery drivers have already come in clutch this morning because we already got a few of our packages. Y'all check it out. All right, y'all, climbing in the truck, but we've got one stop to make before we go get the trolling motor. We got to head over to Brant's because what I'm expecting at Brant's is awesome, first and foremost, but it's going to get here a little bit sooner than what we thought. We weren't expecting these until later on this afternoon. This is something we've been able to keep a secret from you guys for a little bit, and it's been kind of tough, but today's the day. We're about to let the cat out of the bag. Let's go check it out. I'm pretty sure I missed the delivery because I'm in Brant's neighborhood and I just passed a tractor trailer, and I'm pretty confident that those guys aren't just rolling through Brant's neighborhood on a daily basis. So let's go up here and see if our items are here. Bro.
What's that?
What you guys, these bodies?
Yeah, dude. These are like wrapped up.
Twos.
They're way bigger than I thought they would be.
And I think they sent the 13s.
This is way bigger than I thought they would be. I think they're 14s.
Well, 13.5.
These are, I think they're 14s, dude.
All right, y'all. So, if you want to see what's inside these packages, you're going to have to jump over and watch Brant's video because we're switching over to there right now. All right, y'all. So, after a little running around today, we did finally make it over to Perdido Marine Supply here in Perdido, Florida, to pick up the new trolling motor and hopefully finally wrap up the Minn Kota saga. Let's get in here and see what's up. Oh, I think I scared Mike to death, y'all. I grabbed the door about the time. That time he did, that gave Mike a heart attack, y'all. That was not planned. I didn't mean to scare Mike. While I'm here in the store, I do want to show you guys, because we get this question all the time. Is there anybody locally that sells toadfish rods? And there are. I didn't even realize this, but y'all check it out. Perdido Marine Supply carries a full supply of toadfish rods. I think they got pretty much everyone they carry. So, and they got all kinds of cool toadfish stuff here. So if you are in the market to come out and get yourself some toadfish stuff, I know we get asked that all the time. They do carry a full lineup right here at Perdido Marine Supply. All right, y'all. There she be. We're gonna take her home. Got my name on it. We're gonna take it home and get the quick release plate put on it, get it thrown back on the Mako, and hopefully that's gonna end our problems with the Minn Kota power drive. All right, y'all, so today's been full of deliveries. Like I told y'all at the very beginning of the video, we did end up getting the pedal drives. They ended up coming in. Trolling motors over there. I believe we have another box up here on the front porch. Let's go check that out. Yeah, so there's another box on the porch. I know what this is. So I think we're gonna sit down real quick and just do a big unboxing of all of this stuff and see what all we got. Let's go. All right, y'all, so I did not do a formal unboxing because we all know what the old power drive looks like. But we were about ready to take this and put it on there, and then we're gonna take that and put it on there, and then all we gotta do is just throw it back on the truck. And look, Dad's rolling in. I guess it's time for him to be home. All right, so I've got the trolling motor taken apart to get the quick release plate on, and it's actually not gonna be bad at all. It's just 6 bolts. And I did watch Doug take this off down there. So you pop the bolts in there and there, tighten them down, then I'll put this side back on, flip the trolling motor over, and do the other side. So this is gonna be a pretty easy process. And of course we do have to snip this off and put the plug on, which is that right there, because we are not running that directly to the battery because I don't want to keep it plugged up while we're actually charging the batteries. All right, we got the plug put on, installed, ready to rock and roll. Now we're just gonna go over here, throw her on the boat, and see if she runs. All right, guys, moment of truth. Is she gonna work? She is gonna work. So there we have it. We have got a brand new Minn Kota trolling motor on there. I'm actually doing some spring cleaning on the life jackets and stuff and just getting them all lined out. But the best I can tell, she's working. She's humming right away. All right, so there we have it. We got her put on there. We'll test her out in the next few days. But right now, we're gonna go in the house and open up a couple things and talk to y'all about what all we got. Man, oh man, what a day it has been. Like, it felt so good to get that trolling motor back on the Mako. Brand new Minn Kota trolling motor. One more time, I want to give a shout out to Minn Kota and their customer service department. They've been excellent through this entire process. I think we just had a faulty product, but that does not mean that it's a faulty company. So I'm pretty pleased with their customer service. I'm excited to get this new trolling motor out on the water and put it through the ringer. You know, we use this thing a lot. In their defense, we probably use a trolling motor a lot more than your average consumer does, even though we are not commercial fishermen. Because of what we do and the amount of time we spend on the Mako, we do put those things through the ringer. But the deliveries came today, y'all. We got the trolling motor, We got the new kayak. We got the pedal drive for the kayak. And then all this stuff showed up today. And one of the packages I can't show you guys yet, the one that you all saw me grab off the front step from Amazon, that's a surprise for a later video, so we'll get to that. But there's a couple things I want to show you. Some of this stuff is fan mail, some of this stuff is sponsored stuff, some of it's just stuff that I just ordered. This first thing is something that we ordered, and it's something people have been asking about, and this is just a prototype. But these are our new camping coffee mugs. These are the granite, maybe the granite with the stainless steel ring. I can't remember exactly what these things are made of, but they are high quality camping coffee mugs. These are going to be one of the first things that we put up on our Shopify store that we've got coming real soon. Lots of people have been asking about these. These will be available very, very shortly. The last thing I want to show you guys, I'm stoked on, guys. Okay, I told you guys a couple videos ago that I'd signed on with 6 Cents Fishing. And this has been kind of known for a while and not known for a while, but as well as signing on with 6 Cents Fishing, I actually signed on with Waterlands as well. Now, I know a lot of you guys have thought for a while that I was sponsored by Waterlands because I have been wearing their stuff for some time, but I was also wearing some other fishing optics at the same time because I'm gonna tell you guys, I'm pretty picky about the sunglasses I wear. But after talking with the guys at Waterlands, they hooked me up and we did end up signing on with Waterlands fishing optics. And this is my swag pack from them. I believe these are the Hasket. I can't remember the other pair I got. But y'all, I want to show y'all. Now, some of this stuff is my 6 Cents swag because it all came from the same place. So shout out to Zach from 6 Cents for hooking me up with all this. Got my Waterland fishing hat. Got an awesome 6 Cents fishing hat. And y'all, this is what I was talking about in the 6 Cents video. This is the 6 Bones brand that they have. That's got the American flag on it. I'm probably going to have to fight Eugene for that hat right there. Got the old 6 Cents 6 Bones t-shirt. Got a Waterland hoodie. Got a Waterland shirt. Oh, this, I'm going to open this. When I open anything else, I want to show you all this one. This one I'm pretty stoked on because this is one that I'd actually looked at buying even before I signed on board with 6 Cents. This is their 6 Cents Golden 6 shirt. Check out the back of this hoodie, y'all. This is a nice warm hoodie with winter coming on. This thing is going to be awesome. That's the back of it. A lot of times when you get these sweatshirts, you don't get anything on the back. Front of it, just in big gold letters, you got the 6 Cents logo. All of this stuff can be purchased on the 6 Cents store. And I did have somebody reach out and ask me, like, hey, can you get merchandise with your code as well, or does it have to be tackle? It does not have to be just tackle. With Waterlands, you can do the CMRON15 and you get 15% off any of your Waterland sunglasses. With all of the 6 Cents stuff, you go on to 6centsfishing.com and anything you buy from there, you can get 10% off at checkout using the code CMRON. So Waterlands is an awesome fishing optic. If you guys have not checked them out, we're going to talk about these a little bit more. Again, this is not a sponsored video. I'm just kind of showing you guys who all we're signed on with and what we're doing. And I wanted to open this stuff for y'all so you can kind of see how cool a lot of this stuff is that we're getting in right now. I'm pretty stoked on it, for real. If you guys follow along on Facebook or Instagram, or even those of you on here, you guys know that we've been going through some medical issues with Sarah's dad. And I'm very sorry to have to inform you guys that we did lose Sarah's dad earlier this week. So, you know, she read all the comments on that camper rehab video with you guys sending out prayers and support. And man, that means the world to us, and it definitely means the world to her. Sarah's one of the strongest people I've ever known in my entire life. And, you know, she's always happy and she's always up. And when you guys leave comments like that, man, it just, it means the world to us that you guys are thinking of us. Definitely keep her and her immediate family and all of their family in your thoughts and prayers as we move through these next few days. We might be dialed back on videos for the next week or so. We are going to be traveling up to Kentucky to attend his funeral. Again, I can't thank you guys enough for all the support through this and your understanding. So with that being said, we're going to end this video just a little bit different. You guys, I can't thank you enough for always being here. We greatly appreciate everything you do for us. And we can't wait to see you all on the next one. Y'all take care, and we'll see you soon.